I'm Margaret Ann Windsor, and I'm completing this tape, and I don't know which one it is, but the title of it is, I'm not real organized because if you see what I'm going through, I'm walking back in the rain and can't walk from picking up medicine and everybody else has got cars, and they're going to Starbucks, and they're going to IHOP, and they're going out to eat. Um, anyway, I'm going to pick up there, and I'm going to say this first. My father's King Edward VIII. He never married Wallace Simpson, a double did. I was kidnapped in 41, born in 39, and brought to Moulton, Alabama, given the name of a twin. I'm Victoria II, heir to the British crown. This is my dad, King Edward VIII, my own uncle with the New World Order. They orchestrated the downfall of my dad. This man's illegal. So is Elizabeth. She's wearing my clothes and using my money. She sold out Great Britain. They allowed the United States to put, with illegal treaties, when they took out my dad and kidnapped me, to put the military all over British and hold the Brits hostage. This is my uncle in 39, year I was born. This is Roosevelt, who appointed Joe Kennedy ambassador, and that's your Rockefellers, Rothschilds, your New World Order. And that's John Kennedy's father. Now I want to go back to the other tape. I wrote about mind control and then got into a campaign with Splendor Larry Flint's. I'd written about mind control, and the person that shot him was programmed to shoot him, just like the Tucson, the Gabby Gifford twins. She's married to Mark Kelly, his brother Scott. Tucson, these murders have been done deliberately done. They're mind control, hard to prove. They were done in patterns. So, anyway, this is my sons, Mark and Scott. Mark is there after me, and Scott. And that's an old photo. I haven't seen them. I don't know if they're alive or dead. I have to hope. I haven't seen them since, really before 83. I saw Mark briefly in 83. I had antifreeze put in me, by the way, during all this, and a letter from the FBI. And now I want to get back to this before it goes. I'm allergic to chemicals, and that's not funny, because you're inhaling them. And the only way to stop it is to get away from, you have to breathe, all right? If it's your home and you can't correct the problem and you can't leave, then you're like me. You're in trouble. Because everywhere I have been, whether it's on the Appalachian Trail, trying to get a tent and being one of the volunteers, this is all true. I hope I live to see it told, and they have to answer for it and what people have to say about it, that it was okay to do this to me in plain sight. They would come up and soak me in the middle of the night, and I would be disoriented. I couldn't even know. Okay, I'm not even going into the chemicals. I was trying to get money to wash my stuff and made to look like a nut is what they tried to make me look like, and yet everybody around here knew what was going on. I put that on prior tapes. Certain chemicals cause my immune system to attack itself. And it can affect your kidneys, your lungs, and it has. My legs, the veins. Now, I told about Carl Barton, the retired Virginia State Trooper, and his wife, Linda, bringing me when I was legally camped on Roanoke Mountain. It's a national park off Blue Ridge Parkway. And in the middle of the night, someone poured fuel on my Sierra tent. I had to sleep out the rest of the night, or sit outside. There's a retired state trooper, Carl Barton, and they were hosts there. He and his wife, and it appears they did me a favor. They brought me down. Now I wonder who put looking back, who put the fuel on me. It caused me to have to come down here to this apartment I'll show you in a minute. I have in the other. Sorry, I don't have the facilities to make everything organized and all that, but that's the case. Um, so anyway, he brought me down to affordable corporate suites, which I've just shown, and that was August the 14th of '09. And his wife did, Linda. She paid the deposit. I've said that before. I stayed there 17 months in hell. My body deteriorating. My life, quality of life was hell. When you can pass out, or you got vertigo, or they're coming in deliberately and soaking your bed, and you could do nothing about it. But before Linda left, Carl Barton's wife, she said, "This is how we run you, with chemicals." And I look back now and I think, well, is that what you did to my tent last night? You just ran me down here then so you could bring me here. So anyway, before she left, she said, "We're Americans. We're above the law. We don't have to pay for our crimes." Now that I'm going to jump to, they've done this everywhere I've lived. It looks like I'm free to move about and go as I please, and that's a lie. And now then, because of them force feeding me the chemicals, I can't get away from them. If you can understand a nightmare, because this is true, every bit of it, and you don't even know the half of it. People don't, not even the beginning of it, hardly. Um, you can't go. I can't go to the law enforcement, etc. Now this is going to go out. I wanted to show these names: Jennifer Sink, Edinburgh, Section 8. Now then, there's Richfield, which is a nice one, and they've got a Section 8. Her name was Allison. Section 8, federal law. I live there briefly. They've done the same thing. They go in, and I can name you names. I've been that of law enforcement, and I can't get it all on the tapes. I just keep doing the tapes. Okay, I'm going to scoot over to Bedford, Virginia, and that's owned by Moore out of Washington, North Carolina, Reverend Moore, and he's a black minister. And he owns a whole bunch of these, and they're relatively nice. They're all Section 8 low-rent housing. Now then, the girl over there, the woman over there, and all these people, as far as I know, and I've checked on some of them, have kept their jobs. No one's been locked up. They're still living okay. Brenda Ellis was the manager over there, and what they did to me there, and they did a quick cleanup, I'm told, from a man who lives across the street from me. And by the way, he's a Freemason. How's that frost you? And where they took me a couple of times later on Lansford Corporate Suite here in Roanoke off Williamson Road, the guy across from me was a Freemason. He even had his tag, had it on his car tag. But anyway, they're the ones that have kidnapped me. The Illuminati, they're all the same, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds that I've said. Uh, so, so that I don't lose it, over at, go back and pick it up here, over at Joseph's Dream, they actually, you have no idea what they did there. I will say this, that I was sick the whole time. I stayed there 7 months. But one of the women that lived next door to me, Beverly, and I don't know who she was really, why she was there at Section 8, but she told me she made me go out with her outside because I guess she thought the place was bugged, and I'm sure it is if you consider who I am and what they're doing to me. She said, you know what they're putting in your air that you're breathing, it causes your veins and your vascular system to go. And I had no trouble. I knew my legs were hurting me then. I knew something was wrong. But my legs now, I hope I keep them and I don't lose them. And that's all I can say right now. Until these people are locked up as the criminals they are, they're poisoning my air deliberately. They've made deals with law enforcement to do it. And Cooperman, I've named him, this is where I'm at now, Lance Cooperman. He owns all these affordable corporate suites here in Roanoke, or I don't know how far out. You can Google him and find out, or go to corporate suites, Google that. He also, I found